Once upon a time, there lived a king and a young princess. She was the most beautiful girl in the whole kingdom. One fine evening, the young princess went out for a walk all by herself in the great dark forest that was very close to her castle. Soon she came to a pond filled with refreshing water. The princess had brought a golden ball, which was her favorite thing to play with. She tossed it up in the air and started playing. She tossed her ball again and again, and suddenly she threw it up so high that she missed it, and the ball fell. It rolled along the ground and finally fell down into the pond. The pond was very deep. The princess started to cry. The princess was crying so loudly that an ugly frog came out of the water to ask her what was the matter. The princess said, "I have lost my golden ball. If only someone could get it back to me, I would give them anything in return." The frog told her that he could fetch the ball, but in return he wanted only her company. The princess agreed, thinking he would never leave the pond to visit her. The frog dived into the water and brought the golden ball back to the princess. The young princess was so glad to get her golden ball back that she completely forgot the frog and went home as fast as she could. The frog called after her, but she was gone. The next day, when the princess was sitting at the table with her father and was eating from her own little golden plate, they heard a strange noise outside the door. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Someone knocked at the door. But when she opened the door and caught sight of the frog, she immediately shut it and sat down at the table looking very pale. Her father could see that she was nervous and asked her if it was a giant who had come to take her away. "Oh, no," answered she. "It is no giant. It's just an ugly frog." "What does the frog want with you?" asked the king. "Oh, dear father, when I was sitting yesterday playing by the pond, my golden ball fell into the water, and the frog fetched it for me because I cried so much, and, in return, I promised that he could be my companion. I never thought he would leave the water, but now he has, and he wants to come in." Then the king said, "What you have promised you must do. Go and let him in." So she went and opened the door, and the frog hopped inside the palace and jumped right on the table and said, "Now push your plate near me, that we may eat together." The frog relished his dinner very much, but the young princess could hardly eat. When the frog was finished, he felt very sleepy, and so he asked the princess to take him to her bedroom, so that he might sleep in the same bed as her. The frog hopped onto the bed and slept on the pillow beside the princess. When she awoke the next morning, she was astonished to see a handsome prince standing by her side. He gazed at her with the most beautiful eyes the princess had ever seen. He explained how a cruel witch had turned him into a frog, and because she took him out of the pond, let him eat from the same plate, and sleep upon her bed, the spell was broken. They fell in love, and, with the king's consent, they married and lived happily ever after.